Hello, hello. Welcome again to another stream of Peace Attorney. Take that off the screen. To be real, I do not remember where we left off. I think we were on a day of court. Get the game loaded up here. Kipkin. Also, I do have a new thing to introduce that happened while I haven't been streaming. So, I don't think anyone here follows me on Twitter, but I have announced the PNG that I will be using for myself. And I don't know if there's any room on the screen somewhere in Phoenix, right, where it won't interrupt it, because I know we got like the text boxes and stuff like that. But I'm usually reading the text boxes anyway, so. Oh yeah, I would like to introduce y'all. Backyard Zinus. Maybe one day I'll get a actual model, but for now the PNG is fine. And it's also a full piece. Actually, let me show that off. Let me unlock the image real quick. Yeah. It's him. Didn't make it small enough. So this is my guy. I love the design. It's freaking great. There is bits of lore and stuff for him, but I'll work on that at some other point. But right now, we'll tuck him into the corner here. I don't even know if that was the same size, but whatever. Alright, so let's get going. Oh yes. Rise from the ashes on the trial ladder. Into trial ladder. Alright, let's get down to business. We got a crime to solve. While also being a defense attorney. Kinda weird that we're doing the cop's job as well. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Damn. So what happened to your sister, anyway? Apparently, she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I don't know. I mean, the piece of cloth has to be important. What's it called? The muffler? The muffler in the muffler? It's great. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Uh-oh. It's the marshal. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the whole ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? That's what I'm saying, Emma. I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. Interesting. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, this star wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Woo-wee! I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow. Those grinding teeth. Those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. Oh, I didn't get to read that. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Me too. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock? Who's there? So a bitch, Judge. Oh. What's with this guy? Yeah, for real. What in the world is going on here? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Wow, that's very informative. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Can you just quit blinking at us and say something, dude? Oh. Oh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads are packed. It's just me. Long time no see. Hey, Edgy. How you been? Swim much these days? Don't tell me Edgeworth is acting all funny because of this guy. I think it is. Ah, hello, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy? Busy snizzy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? Question mark? So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. That's kind of weird. Just invite all the boys to go swimming, I guess. Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Oh, that explains a lot. That explains a whole lot. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. He dresses really flamboyant. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. This doesn't look well. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Oh, they brought the muffler. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, this guy really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe on little Worthy's car, no less. Poor Edgeworth. It has SL9 tag on it. It's evidence. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. But what's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Uh-oh. Have a look at this document where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess. that you made. Wait, don't tell me this is that document that Edgeworth turned away from that officer. I don't remember the officer's name. Uh-oh. This is not good. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor. Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. The logic. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, okay, it's doing its own thing. I could have done it myself, game. So let's take a look at this real quick. So we see it has the SL9. It has a 2 on it, so that means it has to be a second piece of evidence, right? Huh. Interesting. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of the 06 incident name. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. Alright, let's open up the blade now. Ah! Why? Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. The chip of the blade is missing. I just called it the chip. The tip of the blade is missing. It's chipped. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife. Found at the crime scene. Son of a bitch, I can't talk today. Found at the crime scene. Wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. And added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Oh God. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. But it is linked to the case. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? It's hush-hush information, Uji. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
But wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? You just literally announced it to everybody, dude. Everybody knows about the investigation now. I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? Chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. There's nothing scientific about it. Everybody just knows. That's a very slim chance. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Yes. The cross-examination. Where will this take us, I wonder? Because, man, this is a doozy. A really bad doozy. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Yes. Not allowed to go off topic. Fun times. The knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Actually, what about this? Because it is SL9. It's just upside down.
Objection!
Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from Uji. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12 over 2. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The president. Oh my. I was about to say the president. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. What? I win? What game is this guy playing? Yeah, for real. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. I want to know more about this detective. Oops.
Hold it!
On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Edgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help, if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Ooh. We already know when the victim died. Because he said it was at 5:15 and it was on the same day. So that's a bad answer. Where was the victim? Where did they find him? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. Wow, thanks for holding out on information, buddy. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Wait, the crime scene was at the evidence room? The evidence room? Wait a second. I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Ah. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
Hold it!
5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? It's not a coincidence. It's the same case. right? Because we know, huh? We know that the body was moved because he was dying slowly from the stab wound. The stab wound was fatal, but it wasn't instant death. Huh. So was he stabbed at the evidence room? He had to be stabbed at the evidence room and then shoved in the trunk of Edgeworth's vehicle. And then after the ceremony, Edgeworth just went back to the prosecutor's office parking lot. And then how did she find his body though? Oh man, I'm so confused. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Thanks, Emma. You really add a lot to this. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Um,
Hold it!
so this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
Hold it!
Something happened at the police department too, huh? Got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy, but with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day?
Hold it!
On the same day that a detective was killed in a prosecutor's parking lot? Another detective. Wait, I already went through this part, didn't I? Yeah, I already did this one. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Oh, that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing. With a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It is the same case. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. What am I missing? Oh boy. I've pressed them on a number of things, and I've also gotten some information out of them. Not really sure what I haven't done yet. Uh, I wanna. I kind of just want to throw it out there because right now I am not making any headway with what I've already gotten. Oh wait.
Hold it!
So this knife was stolen? Oh, we already got this one.
Hold it!
So we've already gone through this. And we already know the time and stuff, so we already got this information. I am so lost right now.
Objection!
No, that's me being dumb. Huh.
Objection!
Nope. am I missing here? I don't get it.
Hold it!
Oh, I guess I just had to press on the last statement. Chief? The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Wright-o. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. Then I found that a lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed, there do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. Don't ever say that again. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet, and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial, after all. Oh, dude, this dude sucks. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department. Okay?
Hold it!
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. This right here. We have the guy's ID card. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. Keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. The only reason I memorized most of this number is because my birthday's in it. Like, a lot of my birthday is in it. And that is Goodman's number. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2, I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. This tells me something. Yes, it does. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning, it has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Don't fucking act stupid with me, Phoenix. We know what it is, bruh. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective was who was murdered at the police. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? 5842189.
Take that!
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. Why the fuck? No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with it, both guns blazing. Like you always do. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places. 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh ho! Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Judge. Have a talk. Huh? Wait. That ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I forgot. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Objection! But wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective was killed in the police department evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, 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 oh. Sharp as a tack, righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait. Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location. It just means that the body was moved and he died at 5:15. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret. Fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight? The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins. That's the guy's name, Meekins, who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? It was that loud, squeaky little shit. Wait. Aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, I've got your report. Sir. I like how his ID has him exactly in that pose. It's funny. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth. The victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ah! Well, why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Don't be mean to him, Emma. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Uh-oh. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? Oh shit. This guy just did a whole 180. Dude, don't tug on your tie like that, man. What kind of tie even is that? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Damn. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No. Poor Edgeworth. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, but with all those rumors, you were even in defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right. We are now on day 2 investigation. How's my water doing? And now it's much worse because I just... Alright, so let's continue. Um, Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? You know, for someone who talks like they're all smart, you don't know jack, Emma. You should have been following along the entire time. I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? Victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. I mean, they kinda are just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Yay, more investigating. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister, erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do. And I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? Oh no, she has... Yep, I was about to say she has luminol. I knew it was kind of leading up to it because they were talking about blood. This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh god, my eyes. To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this. See? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Guess that's it. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? Uh, it's so. Emma, you're shaking. Maybe she has was it hemophobia? Oh, it's just this is my first time seeing real blood. Have you never had a cut? Scientific investigation in action. Okay. Well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, the only thing that's odd about all this is that it's only a few drops. It's not a pool of blood, which reinforces my theory of someone just shoving the guy in a vehicle trunk and then the body gets moved. It's the amount of blood. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there would have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find your blood stain, okay? That sounds okay with me. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Oh, it's time for us to waste it all then. Luminol testing fluid, solution used for scientific investigation. Finds blood traces, spray to use. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. And let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ah! Oh, it's this lady. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead and doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Uh-oh. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Wait, what photograph? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened of criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up. They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know? I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. Oh god, that meme is playing in my head. Please, no. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. God dang it, Emma. Can't you just shut up for a moment? And you were let go? Or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. That's right, she was fired. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... That's interesting. I mean... So she must know about this thing. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know? Oh, interesting. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? We found his ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. Okay, so this is already... That was already exhausted. I want to see what she thinks about this photo. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards a chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. If I had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Oh. Just like that time. That time. So this isn't the first time her... No. So her testimony during the SL9 incident was ignored. So just to make sure that it wasn't ignored this time, she was very... Well, she lied on the stand just to make sure her evidence wasn't going to get disregarded. She wanted to make sure her evidence was heard. I see. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. I know that feeling. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. Oh. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be Marshall? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Oh shit. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over. And he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten. And neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side of to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now, and no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. I don't think they're called boyfriends as in people who she dated. She could be using the term boyfriend as a code word, I guess. There has to be a connection. So, rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? Sounds delicious, actually. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Oh. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall. Is he your, are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases. He was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jacob Marshall. Um, ooh. I'm glad I decided to check. I wasn't sure. This blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. It just keeps getting worse. But now we know that there's blood on that. Nothing on those. Huh. Guess we're going to the police department? I was trying to think of where to go next, but I was like, But then I realized that now we know that the evidence room is part of something, so we need to go there too. So yeah. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. Scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Art station. That's new to us. Let's go. What in the holy hell is this? Look at all the liquor bottles. So much liquor in this place. He's using a server rack to hold up. Oh no. He has a he has a lasso trap right there. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room? The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah, me too. I already... Wait, if there's a cactus in here, I wonder. I wonder. Oh. Someone did... Someone did bleed on it. Wow, we got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these spines. Ouch. Ow. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. I don't know about that one, Emma. Still, ouch. Look on the floor. A lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. Yeah, good deduction, Emma. Very, very wild deduction. You sure have an active imagination. So what else is in here? We have all this liquor just, piled up in here. I didn't mean to click that. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one wouldn't be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell, with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. Aw. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. And this hat. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? That's a poncho. A punchy? Paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. No, Emma, you're wrong on every account. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. like how he has a sign for Texas right here. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Huh. But the person that's supposed to be taking care of this is not here. So who are we supposed to talk to? I mean, there's nobody here, so I guess we gotta move for now. Oh well, it was a fun room to check out. Oh, another event? This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please. Huh? Wasn't that one steak lunch, please? Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. No, why'd you gotta do that to Gumshoe, man? I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Your criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Oh yeah, we definitely heard about that. I really don't want to read flashbacks over. My voice dies a lot. Oh no, my mouse is dying. Oh no. Oh shit, I was meaning to read those. I didn't know we were out of the cutscene yet. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Yeah, okay, Gumshoe. Wait, don't leave. You want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Oh, that was interesting. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. So he said we need to go to the... I might need to put my mouse to charge. And actually... set that there. Alright. So we have to go through the underground parking lot, then move from here to the detention center. Oh man, I hate that type of navigation. All right. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah. I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things would just get confusing. Oh, God. What in the hell? What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I'd say. I know who that is. No. It's Meekins. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? Yes, Phoenix. He's the one they threw in jail for the murder. Poor Officer Meekins became a scapegoat. He's fucked. Ooh, I'm running out of water soon. You? Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Oh God, please no. Why? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. Don't announce yourself as perpetrator. What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Day of the crime. No! Ah! My ears. Please, spare me. You are the perpetrator. Sir, I'm a patrolman with the General Affairs, sir. Sir. Ow. I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally, there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow, wow, wow, wow. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. Huh. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. It's on the same hand, too. No, wait, no, it's opposite hands. His was on his left hand and hers was on her right hand. Yeah, another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir. Ah, my ears. Please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you had to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, please quit yelling into the microphone. Then label me victim. You keeps smacking his hand with a bandage on it. I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger, or a total stranger, ugh, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. My ears. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, the detective pointed that knife at me. I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. Huh. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. That is some story. Very strange indeed. I'm over here trying to use my mouse again. I'm wondering why nothing's moving. I guess we could show him the ID to confirm that's who he saw, right? Oh. It's E. You think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's it. I wish you would quit fucking using his microphone. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remembered what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this one a little deeper. Oh. Nice. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little A lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. Yeah, we already went over this. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So, you asked the Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Jesus, why did that sound louder than the last one? Do unto two others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. But what happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. But that doesn't make any sense because he went to deliver the report to Edgeworth. That has me confused. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Just look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, you don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No. But the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime. My crime. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. On tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. Poor Meekins. No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright. Let's move over back to criminal affairs. Wonder what's going on here. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detective's office. Oh, desk. It's Police Chief Gant. God, that outfit. Ugh. And you're sure this is all? Hmm. You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy. How ya been? Swim much? I don't like that he keeps asking people if they go swimming. Makes it sound like he just tries to plot a day for you to like go drown you or something. Oh ho ho. Chief Kent, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Why does his music sound like this? It's so weird. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto? Ah, yes. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. We didn't fix it. But wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? That doesn't sound good for Edgeworth at all. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I'm wondering what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Well, it sounds like they're searching somebody's place. Let's see if we can find, if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Huh. detectives' desks, and computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? Not important. You didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item report? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. A half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Oh. Permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh no, that look on his face. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. Don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Hey, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Man, I wish I had someone that would give me 50 bucks. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey. This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, but don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. I'm actually quite surprised how he just, gave us that. I was expecting us having to fight for permission to enter. Hey, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright then. So, hold on. We need a check. Bruce Goodman. He messed up his ID number? Highly doubt that. Item lost. Doesn't say. And there's no status report. Interesting. Alright, so let's move. Where do I need to go? I am so lost right now. Huh? Oh, not here. Apparently not there. Oh, wait. No. Wait, do we get to use this now? Okay, so I had to do it this way, I guess. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off. See? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well. What's made my Bambina skies so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? It's because he works in here, duh. What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You are busy, then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Damn. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. What if we give him this? Because I'm pretty sure this is who Star gave it to us for. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. I can tell you right now, Texas doesn't always smell like that. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, he's not from Texas. He's from LA. No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I see. What do you see? I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. All right, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Jesus. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Yeah, because people lost theirs. You at least got to keep a job. Unlike Star. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Oh no. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here, anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. Good thing we already got the card. Oh! The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. That makes sense. So this is the ID card record. Oh, you can see Detective Goodman's at 5:14. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay, we'll present him the ID in a moment. We'll get the we'll go through his dialogue real fast. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? I've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vaults at the county sheriff's department. Huh. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. And wouldn't you know, the number is right there. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But, wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? That's a very good question. Alright, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Yay. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with the IDs here. Huh. Alright, let's finally make our way into the evidence room. Here we go. It's quiet. The investigation must be over. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Oh, it's Gumshoe. Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant would loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about? Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for today? Guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're boss for today. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Ooh, the floor plans for the evidence room. Let's talk to him. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? Why did you have to ask that, Emma? You were so content. They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective, after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Huh, let's ask about that. Oh, it probably uses their IDs to open. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. It sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Your right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Ah, right here. So the only locker we can open is our own. Buddy, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, bzz, get a shock. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Interesting. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. That's very interesting that Edgeworth has connection to SL9 that isn't involving just his car and his knife. So I wonder what he thinks about, I guess, the switchblade. Oop. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. That's interesting. And since we know Gumshoe needs a way to get in, because it did hint that we should show people who have ID cards. So let's show him. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in. Whoa. What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on his list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? I'm glad it fills in like who these numbers belong to. Sorry, I just bumped my mic. I don't know if that made a noise or anything. But still, that's interesting. So now we know Edgeworth's. But he came in at 440. Oh, wait. Huh. I don't know. Alright, let's go take a look over here. Look at the blood stain. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright. What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. Yeah, we should. Let's examine stuff a little bit. Like this. There's something on the floor. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence? Let's take a closer look at that. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ah, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tub of glue. Well, this piece looks like it was... Like, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so these are all the pieces. Got it. Oh, you have to rotate the pieces too. Oops. I thought I hit the rotate button. Oh, E is to combine. That's what I hit. Okay. So let's see. No. That's definitely a top piece. That definitely does not go there. This one goes like that. This one has to go like this because it has a handle on it. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, this one goes there. Okay. No, that doesn't go there. It's this one. Oh no, that has that jagged edge. Never mind. Oop, I didn't mean to hit that button. Okay, yeah, this one goes there. Does this one go there? Yeah. Okay. This one. And then this piece. we're missing a whole chunk. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing. Yeah. I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. It really doesn't. I kind of understand how it got broken. Alright, so we got the unstable jar that has been pieced back together with missing fragments. The glove. With the SL9 incident tag on it. Someone's left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? I mean, SL9 does have a tag on it. Tagged evidence from the SL9 incident. Extremely thin rubber glove. All this stuff down here. What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. Here in the evidence room. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. What the hell is all this? Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away? Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Look at this. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. Guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Oh. It's the metal detector. And a fishing rod. A sack. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's that metal detector. The one that led to the solving of that case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap looking box. You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Alright, so now we can go to using this. So we know that is covered in blood. Oh. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman is actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Actually, he says this was used recently. Okay, nothing's on that. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise to testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Oh, Gumshoe. You silly, silly man. Oh. Wow. am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Interesting. Well, I think we've exhausted all our options here. But I know that they mentioned we should talk to Edgeworth. So let's go talk to Edgeworth. Ah, my neck. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it will still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing some important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Guess we'll have to come back. It's like, I guess this isn't where we're supposed to go then. Maybe I missed something at the... Oh. Shit. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Hey pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. What the fuck is that? It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? That's so bad. I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Now we gotta talk to Edgy. Yay. Oh god, it's him. Ah, yes. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right? Yeah, does the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me, somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. What the fuck? They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Well, since we know Edgeworth's name popped up in that list, let's show it to him. This is a whole shit ton of evidence. Holy shit. I just realized the second page is full. Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. What? Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. A chief can't, no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It had to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. An AI-16. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. That really is kind of weird. Why would Chief Gant make him go in there? And what lucky motherfucker has the sevens across the board for their number? That's an interesting one. I want to know who has that number from the ID records. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. I guess I should present the knife to him. I don't think we got to talk too much about it. Oh. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on. The SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Allegations of forgery. Ah. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. Oh. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then? He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science... Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid? Well then, you might have a use for this. Hold on. Is that a fingerprint dusting kit? It is, isn't it? That's the little puff ball that they dip it into the dust and then they sprinkle it around on the, not sprinkle it, but they kind of rub it up on the surfaces for the fingerprints. Oh, I didn't know it used aluminum powder. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. Ooh. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Yay, we got a fingerprinting set. Nice. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Yeah, because now we can dust the fingerprints in the what do you call it? The evidence room. Right? At least that's what I'm getting from this. So let's go there. Hey. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, and there's blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print, which would be the thumb. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. We're procrastinating and choose a finger. Which I'm choosing the thumb because it's obviously very clear as day on there that it's a full fingerprint. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E. E. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. I mean, if you say so. It might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. I guess I'd better give it a try. Alright, so we just want to get this all dusted right here. There you go. Aha! You did it. Found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck. The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Ooh, that is true. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Yeah, like this one right there. that not it? I guess I didn't sprinkle it heavy enough. There we go. I mean, alright. If you want to be like that game. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? It's quite a process. Shut up, Phoenix. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? Yeah, she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. Bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints will most likely find on this evidence locker? It'll be Edgeworth. I mean, not Edgeworth. Gumshoe. Oh yeah, it's definitely Gumshoes. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this "so what" look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Yeah. Meant to use it. Oh no, you can't. Oh yeah, you can. Wait, it's already there. I should just use the kit. Oh, I just can't use it. Oh wait, I should be able to check this one, right? Okay, so I had to examine it that way. This is where we got an luminol fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this? There go her eyes, sparkling again. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hen. Won't let me dust. Oh. Gotta lay it on thick. Oh, it's a lot smaller. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? It doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a lot better. Oh yeah. Just the bottom still needs a little bit. As well as a little bit right there. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that's definitely his. Hey, these fingerprints. Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in a crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So, we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. All right. I was starting to struggle with my voice there for a while, but it is the 3-hour mark, so we are gonna end it for now. Man, these things go forever. Only I could talk more without my voice dying. Be great. But yeah. time for me to end it here. I will most likely be back on tomorrow or today, rather. Now that it's past midnight, and then we can get this case out of the way, and I'll probably play something different for a little bit, so that way I can probably try to pull out a longer stream. But we'll see if I just continue playing Ace Attorney or move to something else for like a short time. But anyway, it is time to go. I hope you all have a good day, night, morning. Um, I'm praying for those people who are in Ukraine right now. I know their life is kind of turned upside down at the moment, and I'm wishing them the best. I've been keeping an eye on that information and have unfortunately seen a lot of the people who are being affected by it on Twitter. So yeah. Uh Hope y'all guys make it out okay over there. Alright, so I hope to see y'all here again next time. Bye. Bye.